Hi guys, this is Crafty Cat and Smokey the Bird. We are out at camp. It is in the evening. It is 8:25 p.m. And I've been out here for over a week now and I still have not started any diamond paintings. I've been having a wonderful time out here. But today the weather is colder and tomorrow it's supposed to rain, so I thought it would be a good time to pick one of the diamond paintings that I bought. And I just have it in this box that I got from Art years ago when I bought a little set. This box is great for storing diamond paintings. So I'm just going to show you the ones I brought out here. And we're going to pick one to start with. And I don't know how many I'll get through. I brought way more than I would need. So anyway, I am going to tilt you down. So say bye to Smokey so you can take a look at the diamond paintings. Let's just move you down here. Alright, so I brought a stack. So some are 30 by 30 and some are 40 by 40. So first up we have this beautiful partial drill sea turtle. And I thought that would be fun to do out here. And I have this little, I think this is a springtime scene with the cherry blossoms and the sunrise or sunset. Lots of pink, and I thought that was pretty. And here is another one. This is a more tropical scene. And these are all from a set that I bought off Amazon, I believe. Yeah, this was a set of 6 diamond paintings for $8.44. This is really pretty. It's more of a fall scene, but with the full moon. Isn't that beautiful? Ho ho, Smokey says. And then we have a swing, and I really like this one for out here because I used to have a swing just out that way, outside. Smokey's talking. And I used to spend hours and hours on my swing, and it did go over the hill where the walkway is like that. So it just looks a lot like that. Now this is more of a fall one. But you know what? It's already, as I'm recording this, it's the 19th of August, so fall is creeping up on us. And then I have these little swans. And another fall scene, which is really pretty. So I want to do at least 2 fall scenes while I'm out here, because I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay. I have to be back in town on the 22nd of September for a dentist appointment and my best friend's birthday. So I can stay out any time until then. And it's just going to depend on my health and the weather. Alright, so 40 by 40 ones. I have this butterfly and a moon. So I think this is also an Amazon one from a set. And I have this adorable daisy with a little red bird and a tin and some yellow birds and a dragonfly. And this is, yeah, it says Amazon 6-pack. I can't quite read my own writing. I think it's at $19.89, or it could say 11 or $17.89. What do you guys see here? 59, 17.59. I think that's what it says. Anyway, that one's real pretty. And then I have this bright red and white one, the Canada colors. Really beautiful with some red flowers and purple flowers. And last but not least, I have this one that I've been wanting to do for ages and ages. I think from when I first joined diamond painting for the first time, I saw this and thought, oh yeah, this would be a really pretty one to do. And in fact, you know what? I think we'll start with this one, because we have a chair like this out in the shed. This does remind me of camp. And I have been wanting to do this for so long. So you know what? We're going to start with this one. And it's not as bright. I almost was going to start with this one, but I'm more in the mood for this one. So I think we will start with that one. I'm going to put all the rest away. Hey, Smokey. I'm not a bird. You're the bird. Smokey, you are the bird. Not me, you. Alright, so this, I now have to find the drills that go with this. This is ZY016. I think these are all the ZYs. Okay, red girl on swing. Oh no, these might be the smaller ones. I'm not sure.
Are you a bird?
I'm not a bird. I'm not a bird. You know who the bird is? You're the bird. So I have more drills in this bag. So I have the drills for all of these diamond paintings. I'm not a dog. Here we go. And I even labeled it Pink Flowers on Chair. So here are the drills for this one. And that is what we're going to kit up. Smokey, we're going to diamond paint. And just before we get kicking... I can't talk. Just before we start kitting up, take a look at the view out my window right now. Look at that. I don't know if you could see because the window's in the way, but the sun is setting now. The sun rises over the water, over the mountains across from the water here. Just right behind Smokey, kind of. It rises in that direction. But it sets in behind the camp. But it still does put the colors on the lake and the sky sometime. Just not as vivid as it does from the other direction. So it looks like this is 24 drills. And I brought out this little container. And I probably have to empty the drills that are already in here because I'm really bad about doing that. So let's see. Yes, I do. I have some sparkly drills in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dump out all these pretty sparkly drills. And I do have a container. I'm just going to dump them into a container and keep them. Because sometimes it's nice to replace regular drills with sparkly drills. And that way I'll have them out here. So let me just get that container so we can dump these out. And I will be right back. Okay, so I have a clean but used hummus container. This was for my roasted red pepper hummus. Delicious, might I add. I don't eat hummus very often. And it hurt my stomach because I ate too much of it all in one sitting. And my stomach is not used to that stuff. So anyway, I hate to move you down from that beautiful view, but let's go on down. And let's dump these out. Actually, you don't need to watch me dump that out. I'll come back when these are all dumped out and we will kit this up together. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, guys, I am back and I put all the old drills in here. And the only reason I'm not throwing them away is I'm afraid that I might have already started doing something with this and then forgotten what I started. So I'm going to hang on to these, and if I need them, I have them. Especially this, like, the little stars. I don't want to throw those out. Anyway, I'm just going to put these away. And we're going to kit this guy up. So let's take a look at what these are. I've had these for so long. I think I've had these from the beginning of my channel. Because when I started my channel, I had just started diamond painting. I had just literally discovered diamond painting. And this was one of the first ones that I saw someone else do. And I thought, oh my god, I love that so much, I have to do that. So I can't believe all these years later, I'm finally getting around to it. Can you? Smokey, do you have a cough? Okay, now it's been so long, I'm forgetting how to do it. So we have to look over here. So number 1 is V. So I have to look for V, and you know what I should do is I should put on my glasses. I think that would help matters. a lot. I have a sip of my cold water. Nothing like ice cold water when you're thirsty. Nothing better. A smoke. So I have to look for these. Okay, I think they might have them in order. Looks like that's 20, that's 19, 18. Okay, great. So I don't have to look for a V. I just have to look for number 1. Here's number 1. But I could be wrong. Because I have these other ones. What are these? These are 21 to 24. Okay. Nice. This company made it easy to do. I think out of all the companies I've done, the diamond, what is it? What's that real expensive one I did? With a boat. There was a boat. Oh, I can't remember what it was called. Anyway, those were the worst drills for like kitting up because even though they had stickers, they weren't in easy order. Like they didn't put them in 1, 2, 3 order. I love when they do that. And you know what I forgot? I think I forgot to bring my funnel. So we're going to have to do this old school and dump them in here and then dump them in. You know what? Give me 1 second. I might have my funnel in my other container. Alright guys, good news. I remembered my funnel. I just had it in my other container. These are so much easier for not having to worry about spilling. Alright. So we'll just stick that stick that funnel in there. And we'll just kit up. So what have you guys all been doing? I've been having such a nice time out at my camp. In the last week, I have gone swimming a couple times, but not often. I went for a few walks. I did not go kayaking yet because the only day where the water was calm enough to go kayaking, the air quality was really bad. So I couldn't breathe. And if you see that big white thing right there, that is a brand new Noma air purifier for large rooms that I bought, and I have an unboxing that will be on the channel. I'm recording videos while I'm out here, but I can't upload them until I get home because I only have limited data on my phone and no internet connection at all out here, unfortunately. So, yeah. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so no kayaking, but you guys, guess what? My neighbors they had 2 horses. I think they still have 1 horse. I've only seen the 1 horse. I thought I saw 2 horses, but I think there's only 1 horse now. But they have a little donkey. So this might fall under TMI. So if you're easily offended or anything, we don't have indoor plumbing here. We have an outhouse. Okay, you see where I'm going with this. So one night, it was like my first night out here. It was 4 in the morning, and I'm sitting in the outhouse, and I thought I heard a bear. So I hear huff, like that deep huffing sound. I can't do it. But you know that bear sound, like where they're breathing out air really heavy? Big dogs do it too. So I heard that sound, and I thought, oh no, there's a bear. Now, I'm not afraid of bears, but I also don't want to meet one coming out of the outhouse at 4 o'clock in the morning. Right? I had a flashlight, but still. So I'm there going, okay, what do I do now? So I'm like, hello, bear. Hello, bear. Hello, bear. I heard the sound 4 times, and it sounded exactly like a bear. So, yeah, I was convinced that there was a bear. And also, there's been 2 plops of fresh bear poop in my yard since I've been out here. But I didn't know that yet because that was my first night here. But last year, there was a lot of bear poop. So I knew that the bear was coming almost every day last year because I had to clean up a new pile of poop every day from the bear. Anyway, so I didn't see the bear. I just heard that sound, and I didn't see anything at all when I came out. So the next day, I thought I heard an elephant. I thought, what? Am I losing my mind? Then I thought I heard a pig, and I thought, did my neighbors, like, I know they didn't get an elephant, but They might have gotten pigs. They like animals. Well, no, you know what they got? It was a donkey. It's a little donkey. He's tiny. He's just like a big dog, but he's a donkey. So, I think it was the donkey making all those sounds because he makes the weirdest sounds in the whole world. So anyway, I went up to the fence where they keep him, and I said, hi, donkey, and I said hi to the horse, but they didn't come over to the fence. And the donkey just, Smokey's growling, the donkey just lay down on the ground and started rolling in the ground, and it was so cute, like a horse. I mean, like a dog. You know how dogs roll? So, yeah. So this donkey is adorable. So fast forward to the other day. All the other neighbors only come out for the weekend. So there's just my neighbors who live here year-round next to me that way. But all the neighbors that way only come out weekends. They're cottagers. And I'm here hopefully for the whole month. So I guess the neighbors who live here year-round, they must lock the donkey up in that little fenced-in area while all the cottagers are out, and then just let him roam during the week. Because he's just... I looked out the window the other day, and I saw the donkey walk by, and then I was outside in the backyard, and he came back from the other direction, like not the direction where he lives. So I've been like, oh my God, donkey, and I'm trying to get pictures of the donkey and make friends with the donkey. So today, I went to go outside, and he was standing at my back door and looking in through the glass. I'm like, oh my God. So I ran and got my phone, and by the time I got outside, he was partway down the driveway, like I think heading to his house. But he stopped, so I called him. He's a little boy, donkey. And he just stopped dead. So I thought, well, so I walked, Smokey stopped making rude sounds. I started walking closer to him. And then I thought, well, maybe if I sit down and make myself look smaller, he won't be scared of me because I'm pretty big compared to that little. He's small, he's short, he's not tall like a horse. So I sat down on the chair, so he took a few steps closer to me, but he didn't come any closer. So I thought, well, so I had my phone out and I was taking pictures of him. So then I walked closer to him, and he just looked at me. And I looked at him, and I stopped. And then I thought, well, I'm just going to record a video. As soon as I started talking to you guys in the video, he started walking toward me. And I go, oh, God, what do I do now? So I just stood still, and he approached me. So I put my hand out like this, and he sniffed my hand. So then I started petting him, and all was good. But I guess it could have gone either way, because, I don't know, do donkeys bite? I don't know. I don't know anything about donkeys, really. There was a donkey at the park when I was a little girl. Her name was Josephine, and I really loved her. She was very sweet. But she was a bigger donkey. She wasn't the same as this, well, and I was a little girl, so. But I'm pretty sure, even though I was little, that other donkey was, like, almost as tall as a horse. But this donkey next door, he's short. He's like the size of, like, those mini horses. Is there such a thing as a mini donkey? Because he might be a mini donkey. He's really small. So, yeah, he's not that much taller than a big dog. So, he's really cute. And I was really surprised because even though I pet a donkey when I was a little girl, I forgot what their fur feels like. And they're not soft like a dog or a cat or even a bird. They have very rough, coarse fur. And he has like a little tuft of curly fur right on the top of his head. And then he's got his long mane. But there's nowhere on him that was very soft. I was really shocked that his fur was so coarse. And he was covered in sand because he rolls in the sand. And it's probably to get rid of the mosquitoes and the black flies and everything. Poor little guy. But yeah, he's super cute. So ever since I pet him, he's been coming over all the time. So almost every time I look out, there's a donkey in the yard. So it looks like I've made a new friend. Although I'm pretty sure they lock him up on the weekends and only let him roam during the week when nobody's out here. I don't think they know I'm out here. Because where my car is parked, you can't see my car from their house through the trees. Because I'm parked in between my camp and in between our shower room and storage room. So you can't see from next door. So I don't even think they know I'm out here anymore. They must think I left. And that's why they let their little guy loose. But oh my goodness, he's so cute. I just really hope he doesn't roam far. I hope, like, because where we are, we're not anywhere near the main road. We're pretty far. It would be like walking maybe 3 or 4 city blocks to get to the main road. And the main road is just a very small dirt road. Like, Well, it's got sort of pavement on it, like asphalt now, but it's just like a little 2-lane country road, and it goes to a dead end. So there's only a few houses that way. But I still worry because dogs do get hit by cars because all the people who live out here, they let their dogs run, which is sad for the dogs. It's nice for me because I get lots of doggy visitors. I've already had 3 or 4 dogs come to visit me since I've been out here. I know the neighbor owns one of the dogs, and then when my other neighbor was out, her dog came. But there've been 2 or 3 other dogs. I don't know who owns them. One was a beautiful husky, a white, like silvery husky. He came by water. He's so cute. So yeah, he walked along the shoreline and came to visit me. So every day I get to see new animals, which makes me happy because I love animals. And I've been just relaxing and doing a lot of reading. And I've been painting a little bit. I think I did 4 or 5 paintings since I've been out here. And mostly plein air paintings, so they're not very good because I'm not very good at plein air painting. I'm better at painting from a picture. And even while I'm sitting in the camp looking out the window, I'm not using a picture. I'm just kind of doing plein air, but from inside. So, yeah. And I even did some flowers, and I took pictures of the flowers after to show you guys, but I drew them and painted them just from looking at the actual flower that I had cut. So I'm trying to learn how to do that better, but I'm not anywhere near as good as I should be at that yet. It's funny. I hope I will keep improving, but even if I don't, I get so many benefits from doing art. It just really, I find it very relaxing and very, what is the word I'm looking for? Rewarding, I guess. It's very rewarding. And I hope one day I can get to the point where I can paint the image in my mind. Like, I have so many ideas for paintings I want to do. And I can't do them yet because I don't really know how to do figures that well. I've only done a few figure drawings. I don't know how to do portraits yet. I would really like to be able to paint my memories of things that, like, the real world, but with memories overlapping because, okay, for example, I've been coming out to this camp. I'm 61 years old, and my parents started building the camp when I was 1. And so 60 years of me coming out here, right? I have a lot of memories of being out here. So when I go for a walk, I don't just see the view that I see now. It's like all the memories of all the years are just there. Almost like a little misty video playing. Like when I walk out, I can hear the 70s music that used to play on the radio that was sitting in the corner. My mom always had a turquoise radio in the corner facing out the window, and that radio was constantly on, and it was always 70s music because it was the 70s, right? So like the soundtrack of my memories are to awesome 70s music songs. So, and one of the songs that really makes me think of camp is Summer Breeze. Summer Breeze makes me feel fine. I don't know, you might be too young. Google it. It's a good song. For some reason, that song reminds me so much of camp. I remember hearing it all the time, and like any 70s song, really, but that one. And also, sitting on the dock of the bay reminds me of camp. Blue Bayou, my mom used to sing that all the time. But it's not just 70s music, it's also 80s music, because I was a teenager in the 80s and a young adult in 90s, and I like, that's all there. And when I go down to the bay, I can see my mom coming down carrying fresh cut watermelon, but not the watermelon that we have now. The old big watermelons that we used to have, giant watermelons, and they were full of seeds. We don't really have those watermelons anymore. Like, they don't, either my parents don't buy them or they don't exist there. I never even see them in the stores. All the watermelons I see in the stores are so much smaller than the watermelons. And like I said, it's good because I was a little girl, so everything was bigger back then, But I would like to be able to paint some of the memories. Like, I would like to be able to paint the view that I have now, and then try to paint my mom as a young lady, bringing down like a tray with watermelon and drinks to the kids playing. We always played on inner tubes and air mattresses in the water. And we always wore those old-fashioned orange triangular life jackets when we were little because we didn't know how to swim yet. And my parents didn't really watch us at all. Like, I mean, I was in charge of my brother. And, you know, I would be like, my brother's 5 years younger than me. So I'd be 8 years old and I'd be in charge of, you know, a 3-year-old. And we'd be in the water either by ourselves or with the girl next door who, and if they were there, then they were in charge because they were older than me by 5 years. The youngest girl is 5 years older than me and the older one is 10 years older than me. So, but we didn't have a whole lot of supervision because there's the hill to go down to the bay, so you can't really see the people. So yeah, it was a different time. Kids were wild. Like, we were just told, go out and play and come back for supper. You know, and that's what we did. But, and I just would like to be able to paint those memories. And then, like, when the girls next door were teenagers, all they wanted to do was lie out and get a suntan. And I can still smell their suntan lotion with the coconut oil. It wasn't sunscreen. It was literally tanning lotion to make you darker. Hawaiian, was Hawaiian Tropica thing? I can't remember. I could see the bottle. It was like dark brown oil. And it smelled really good. And I remember Sun-In. We used to put Sun-In in our hair when we got older to get blonde highlights. And I remember being here the summer after grade 8, but before grade 9. And I used to read Tiger Beat magazine all the time. And that was the year and 16. But that was the year I graduated to 17 because it seemed more grown up. And I was going to high school and I was like 13 or 14. But yeah, I started reading 17 that year, and I had a stack of them out at camp. I think I bought my first Cosmopolitan magazine, and my mother freaked out because she said I was too little for those magazines, and then she got mad that I wasted my money because they're all advertising. But I remember being just so amazed by all the fashion, how beautiful everything looked, and that was the year where the big sweaters were all the rage. So for the fall, it was all the earth-colored sweaters, like tan and beige and brown and like just earthy colors. And I remember really badly wanting those sweaters. Bird, bird, bird. I'm on number 13. So yeah. So I would like to be able to paint some of my memories, but I'm not there yet. So when I go home in the fall, well, Inktober is October. I would like to try that again this year. But after that, I need to start learning portraits and figures so I can put them, and I need to start learning perspective better so I could do buildings with perspective. And yeah, I have a whole list of things I would like to practice. And also, I want to work with my gouache that I bought. I didn't bring the gouache out here, but I don't want it to go to waste. So, when I get back, I want to use gouache. Maybe I'll do gouache during Inktober too. And maybe I won't do ink. Maybe I'll do gouache-tober. But, yeah. There's so much I want to do and so much I want to learn. And I feel kind of pushed because I don't know how long I'll be able to keep coming out here. Because every year my parents say they're going to sell the camp. And it's too much for my dad. And I'm no help because I can't do like all the stuff that I'm not good with tools. I've never been good with tools. I try to help him. I do help him. He says I'm a help, but I don't feel like I'm a help. Like I'm not strong like he is. Like he like when he uses the screwdriver, he screws things so tightly I can't unscrew them again after. So just things like that. And my dad's going to be 86 years old, and he came out twice already while I've been out here because he wanted to work on the camp. But he's doing stuff that he shouldn't be doing because he needs to just rest. Now, to be fair, he works very hard at home. He doesn't slow down. He still digs a garden, you know, like a big garden, and he digs deep because we have a giant maple tree. And he has to dig deep to get past all the surface roots or nothing will grow. So he's used to hard work. And I'm not. I've never been used to that kind of hard work. I'm used to busy work. I'm used to things with my mind or my hands, but not my body. Because my body's always been limited with what I could do. I can't carry stuff very much. I've always had issues with my breathing since I was a little girl. So, and when I was little, there was no Ventolin yet. It didn't exist. So what they told me was, don't run, don't jump, don't play. So I led a very sedentary life. Like, I played when I could, but I would have an asthma attack, and then all the kids would stare at me, and it was awful. And plus, I couldn't breathe, which was awful. But yeah, so I read a lot. I got sent to the library a lot, which was great. Because I love reading. But yeah, I feel like maybe this might be our last year coming out to camp, eh, Smokey? I feel like my parents are probably going to sell next year. And my brother doesn't live here. If my brother lived here, then he could help and get the camp ready and everything. But he doesn't live here and he can't do that, so. Plus, they have a real dog that's not a poodle. And my brother has known me my whole life because he's 5 years younger than me. And he's known how badly I get sick around real animals. And yet he's always, once he grew up and got his own place, he's always had cats and dogs that I can't go around. And then he gets mad that he can't come and spend a week at camp and bring his dog. But he can't bring his dog because he'd have to bring the dog in the camp. And then I can't come in the camp, even if they vacuum it really good. I can't come in the camp after a dog has been here for... Like, I love dogs, but I can only have poodles in the camp. So, I mean, if a dog were to come in the camp for an hour, I probably wouldn't get too sick. But I would get sick enough. And we're pretty far from the hospitals out here. And my brother has known all his life, if he gets a poodle, he can still come. If he had a poodle, he could come out to camp for the month. I could babysit his dog for him. But he thinks poodles are sissy dogs. He doesn't want a poodle. He's too masculine to have a poodle. And you know, my dog Mac was a standard poodle. He was not a sissy dog. Even my little toy poodle Ben was not a sissy dog. Although, he did not like getting his paws in the snow. He wanted his boots on all the time. But Mac was a cuckoo dog. He wanted to fight every other dog he saw. There was nothing, like... I think he just thinks about the haircuts, but you don't have to get those fancy poodle cuts. You can just get, like, a short haircut. They look... I used to always give my dogs short haircuts in the summer. And then let them grow longer in the winter, because we have such long, cold winters. But we just shave them right off in the summer. Pardon? Remember Mac, Smokey, and Annie, and Sandy, and Popsicle, and Benji? Remember all the dogs? Hey, Smoke? See? Did you hear her just knock on the door? That was the bird knocking on the door. The other day, my neighbor was at the door knocking, and I didn't answer because I just assumed it was the bird. And she must have knocked 4 times, and then finally she yelled my name, and I knew it was not the bird, and it was my neighbor. So I told her, you always have to yell my name because I will always just assume it's the bird because she knocks constantly. Hey, Smokey, are you coughing? So she's coughing because I've been coughing, which is why I bought this big new air purifier, because we had several really, really awful days with really bad air quality. Like, it was up in the beyond dangerous area. It was in the red heading toward the purple, which is like the worst it can get. And my camp doesn't, like, the doors don't fully seal. The windows are old. Everything, it's an older camp. So the smoke was getting in, and I was having trouble breathing. So I was coughing and wheezing. Anyway, I bought that new air purifier, and it's wonderful. I can notice the difference in my breathing. I'm not having trouble breathing today. Can you believe we're on number 20 already? So that air purifier was $149 on sale. totally worth it. I just spilled some of these. So, you know, for years I didn't use these little funnels because I had one that made it worse. I had one where the drills just got stuck in the funnel because the ridges were too big. Like, how do I explain it? The ridges weren't like, you can still see the ridges in here, but the other one had more jutty out ridges and they would just get stuck in all of the ridges. And also, it didn't have that long tube where you could just sit there and leave it. I had to hold it. So I didn't like that other one. But this came with something that I bought, and I just decided to try it, and it's awesome. So I highly recommend the funnel if you find a good one. So we finished the first part of the drills, and now we just have this little small piece with 5 colors left. So 21, 22, 23, and 24. And 24 is that beautiful white color. I think I forgot to show you all the drills because do you know it's been so long since I've done a diamond painting? I've done a few diamond painting kits, like I did the owl keychains and I did a few books, like notebooks and things like that, but I haven't done an actual 30 by 40 diamond painting or 30 by 30 at all in a long time. So I'm looking forward to this. Smokey, and Mommy's gonna diamond paint. I feel guilty now spending time diamond painting because I feel like I'm better served painting. But this is something fun to do at night. I'm not going to allow myself to do it during the day. During the day, if I can't be outside swimming or whatever, then I want to be painting or drawing or just reading or something. But I don't want to diamond paint during the day unless it's raining. I would do it on a rainy day. And I'm not trying to paint every single day, but I want to try to paint like 3 times a week at least. So I did 5 times so far, and I've been out here a week and a few days. And I have a list of different kinds of paintings I want to try. All of them are going to be like landscapes or flowers. Landscapes are objects. What would you call a flower? Is that considered landscape, or is it considered still life? If I cut a flower and I put it in a vase and I paint it, is that a still life now? I really don't have the painting vocabulary down yet. You think I would? I watch so many videos. And I even downloaded a bunch of YouTube videos to watch while I'm out here. But unfortunately, I watched all the painting videos but one so far. And now I'm just watching gaming videos. And I really wish... because I have 2 channels. I have my Crafty Cat channel and I have my Bad Gamer Cat channel. So from my Bad Gamer Cat channel, when I asked YouTube to download videos, it downloaded all gaming stuff. And when I asked YouTube to download, because they just do it automatically, it did painting stuff. And then I actually did download some things on my own. But when I did that, it erased some of the stuff it had downloaded. But I didn't want anything that was like 15 minutes or like short. I wanted only like long videos, like preferably an hour or more, but I wasn't able to get that. We're on our last one, number 24. That was fast. Smokey, would you quit doing the burping sound? Why are you so rude? Smoke! She's doing it to get a rise out of me because she knows I hate when she does that. It's like having a child that never grows up having a parrot. It's exactly like having a child that doesn't grow up, ever. 35 years. There you go. Oh, and here, let me just show you. We are all kitted up now, and we're good to go for this one. So let's swing you up, and you can see it got dark while we were doing this. Oh my gosh, it's so dark. And hopefully you can't see me reflected in there, because that will be bad. Just give me 1 second.
Are you a bird?
I'm not a bird. Okay, guys, so we are all kitted up and good to go with this beautiful diamond painting, which I will either start tonight or tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. But I thought I would bring you up so you could see. It is nighttime, so I closed the curtain so you couldn't see my reflection. Bird, bird, bird. Because I'm sitting here in a very short nightgown and not much else. Just my underwear and a nightgown. Because it's so hot. Because I had the heater on for the bird because she can't have it cold. But it's too hot for me now, so I got to go sit outside and cool off. But anyway, yeah. So this is our little camp. Smokey has been chattering for this whole video. So I hope you were able to hear her. I don't know if you could because the phone is right in front of my mouth. So you're going to hear me much louder. She's across the room right there. Smokey, you want to say bye? You want to do rude sounds? You want to do a rude sound right now? Oh, you're going to do a pigeon. That's not a rude sound. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you like this. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe. Hit the notification bell. All of those good things that help as a channel. And most importantly of all, take care. Stay safe. And happy crafting. Bye, guys. How about it? You gonna say bye? Bye. She's like, but you're not going anywhere. You're sitting on the couch. I can clearly see you're not going anywhere. Because she always tells me bye, even when I just go out to the outhouse. She's like, bye, take care. She sees me sitting here. She's like, why is she saying bye? Who is she talking to? Mommy is crazy. Okay, guys. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a really great day. Bye.